YouTube, we have returned. This is the very, very special occasion today. We did this about a year ago, and just like that, this is the second year anniversary of the Galarray special podcast, the second year anniversary of the Galarray platform. It's been a minute since we did a live podcast. I took a little time off. Mental health, you got to focus on your mental health when you need to.
Yes, sir.
But it's right back where we left off. We got man, some people that's been an instrumental part of Galarray in the last 2 years. We got first up here, we got Snake the Great.
It's a celebration, bitch. Woo!
Yeah. And I am Extravagant. And then we got in the bottom left corner, we got Solomon Grunge. He debuted on Galarray through Destination Bars.
Thank you for having me, man. As always, love to be here. Love to be here.
Oh,
the one and only.
Definitely appreciate it. He's sitting on a lot of classic beats over there.
I'm trying.
You did.
Classics in the Chrysler.
Yeah, we forgot about classics in the Chrysler. Yeah.
Oh my mom.
And then we got the Mogul, man. He been half a Split the Bill podcast forever.
Yeah.
Pay the bill, split the bill.
And
Mogul is here.
Definitely, we want to before we move forward, I want to say congratulations to Mogul. Just debuted last week his Enjoy Your Frequency podcast.
Yeah, congrats, brother. Big one.
Thank you. Mental healing. Be looking out for Enjoy Your Frequency. All episodes will be released on the Galarray channel when the season is over with, all over again.
And what might be coming up after the end of the first season, huh? What's coming up after the end of that first season?
And we're coming out with the Enjoy Your Frequency compilation album featuring Snake, Solomon Beats, sound bites from Extravagant, sound bites from the Mogul, the rest of the crew, KO, Reach T, Twick. You know, we gotta have powerful Twick on that. DC, Smoke.
That motherfucker gonna be raw.
Lazy. Everybody's gonna be on there. Did I miss anybody, Solomon?
Man, you get True and Smoke in there too?
I got True and Smoke in there. They all
True
on
and
the compilation.
Smoke,
We're doing the compilation album.
LAZ, yeah. We got the whole.
We're gonna have beats from Zoe. We're gonna have.
That's what's up.
It's gonna be nice.
Foreign Native, DJ
Foreign
June.
Native, DJ June.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one, man.
Yeah.
That's cracking, yo. That's what's up. Can't wait.
And it come with a 2-piece of the biscuit from KFC, right?
You did. You did.
Come with
KFC. Tell KFC to cut that check.
Oh, they did already. I told them they'll cut the check. I ain't gonna show their logo.
Right.
There you go.
He said he gonna rip Colonel Sanders' face off the bed.
Sponsored by Huffy and KFC.
We know.
He gonna rip the KF off too. The KF and Colonel Sanders. It's just gonna be C for chicken. It's just gonna be C for chicken.
FC.
Right.
C for chicken. C is for chicken.
And I just want to do one more. I want to do a few more shout outs before we start. Me and Snake the Great. We working on the album, almost done. The Other Side of the Circle. Solomon Grunge got a beat on that album as well. We all intertwined, and then me and Solomon Grunge, we working on something too, for some odd reason. So,
sir, yes, sir.
Extravagant is on that as well.
Yes, sir.
So we moving around.
You want to talk about that documentary too?
You talk about it. You tell him.
Man, I'm just gonna put a little something out there. Mr. Extravagant himself is chronologically taping the whole recording of this upcoming project. It's gonna be a beautiful thing when you see it. You're gonna have an album and a documentary to go with it. Beautiful, yes. Audio and visual.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, y'all be looking out for that. There's a lot of work being done over here.
It's a lot of
Oh,
work.
yeah.
A lot of talent over here.
Oh yeah,
most
yeah.
definitely.
Hey,
That's
man.
what's up.
But yeah,
I'm just gonna bring, you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna bring me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm just gonna bring me. Yeah, yeah.
That's all. That's all you need, brother. Let's go.
Hey, long as I show up, you know what I'm saying? I think it'll be all right. Shit.
That's right. It won't be right if you ain't a part of it. So you know you
Yeah,
on all the
Yeah.
projects.
100. I appreciate the gratitude. Congratulations to all y'all, man. That's that shit. That's a motherfucking goal, man. That's some good ass goals, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, it's on, man.
22 is gonna be a good one.
That's what's
All
up.
right, Galarray 2-year anniversary. What you got, S?
Congratulations, man. 2 years.
I
Put that work
appreciate
in, brother, man.
I appreciate
dope.
that. I appreciate that. I gotta continue to just make progress. It's a marathon doing the YouTube or any type of content creation. It's a marathon. You gotta be intentional about it first. You gotta love doing it in order to progress in it. So it's just about I enjoy doing this. So
Now you're good at it, brother. We love it.
I appreciate it. But yeah, we getting right into it. Man, 2022 been crazy as hell, man. It's social media been pushing all the shit. It's I'm gonna throw this
Political
topic.
shit.
You say political.
Political's crazy right now.
Yeah. That's definitely a big part of what it's a lot of distractions to distract people from what's going on politically, which is the economy finna fucking crash. We already in a recession. Today the last day of June, so tomorrow we'll officially be in a recession. Tomorrow, starting in July.
New fiscal year.
Yeah, July 1st.
Not to switch subjects. It feel good as hell.
Oh yeah, outside.
It feel good than a motherfucker.
Snake said he gonna smile all the way through apocalypse. He enjoying himself.
It's that season.
Hey,
Right.
man, I wish I was by the lake. Get it? At least up north, man.
I hear you.
But anyway,
I hear you.
There's water coming up that lake.
Yeah, back to this fiery and fury coming towards us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that water coming off that lake, or should I say that water coming off that snake?
Either one. I'm taking either one. Either way.
Stupid.
But yeah,
I didn't know a recession was starting at July 1st. Can y'all please explain? I'm not savvy to that.
A recession is the definition of a recession is 2 consecutive quarters of downward growth. So one quarter is 3 months. So you had January through March, the economy was the market was going down. Then you had April through June, the market kept going down. So starting tomorrow, we officially in a recession.
And you saying the market as far as
the stock market, the overall stock market, it's called the S&P 500. It's been going down. I definitely got in there on the downside. But that's something that they didn't teach in school. Everybody should know how to make money off the market going up and down. I definitely got my position going out to January 2023. So I'm gonna start making money off of that as the market.
Yeah, but isn't it better to get in on the down and then let it rise up versus the rise up and then let it go down? Because you gain that way you going versus losing.
What I'm doing, I'm talking about option, stock options. So I put in money for the market to go down until January. So the further the market go down, the more money I'm gonna make.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But if you buying shares, yeah, you want to wait for it to hit the bottom and rise back up.
Yeah, that's what I was thought you was on. Okay.
That's
real talk.
Yeah. But yeah, I definitely did put and for all y'all that didn't check it out, I put up a video on the recession like a few weeks ago for people to get pretty much know how to go into it and prepare for it a little bit. I'm gonna be giving more knowledge on that too, because more people got to know how to prepare, so they can do what the rich people doing. Because people get rich in recession.
When everybody else get poor.
Yeah, people make millions in recessions. Like right now, starting in July is when people gonna make the most money.
Yeah,
Don't want nobody
gas-
to live
gas-
out.
the gas companies is making real good money. The CEOs, and they constantly going up on the registration fees for the stickers for the back of your car for your license plate. It went from $100 to $150. When I went in to pay that $150, I looked the cashier in the eyes and I said, "You really gotta fucking relax."
Yeah, right.
This
Really
is in
gotta-
Crook County.
She said, "I just work here." I know you got to work here. Yeah.
So you got to take this.
Better.
Yeah, you got.
Hey, you better work here. You better work here and relax.
Right.
And of course,
Yeah,
this,
man, $150 for a sticker, man.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Every year.
I'm about to find somebody to help me make the sticker. We could find out.
Right.
and of
Real
course,
shit,
this.
though.
Just like you counterfeit money, we gonna start counterfeiting stickers.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Nigga, they used
Somebody
to.
take my idea. Get
Hey.
this money, man.
Get some tinfoil and some markers. We go to town. A little glue.
Hey.
Find out what the color is for that year. I know they
Right.
color scheme.
I don't know how they why they switched up. They used to have the end of your plate number on the sticker. Now they just going back to just the color in the year.
Because
So,
they comfortable.
make
And
sure
that's
you-
when
Make sure you slice it up because motherfuckers stealing stickers.
They'll take that off. Yep.
yeah,
I
they'll
do
take
that all
that
the
off.
time.
Sticker. Yeah.
But you
Take
know
a little
it's-
razor blade, make that X on it. Yep. Real
Yeah,
talk.
right.
They don't
Yeah,
even
really.
need that though. The sticker come off smooth if they rub alcohol on it.
Mm, what
They
kind
get
of
it
con artist are you?
Right. He came in here with
Wow.
Hey,
the MacGyver.
no,
That's
that's
Right. He talking about
that's some
quiet,
post
man. You
office
just put
shit.
that on the internet.
no, that's how I get my old stickers off the window. So that's how I know.
Yeah. I just grabbed my sticker for that 150. That shit was a little
Ouch.
man.
And they ain't done. They're gonna go up even more. And in a couple years, and maybe 5 years, it's gonna be 175. It's like, come on, man, for this sticker.
I gotta pay
You sticking me up. You sticking me up.
$6 for gas, $150 for a sticker, insurance, car notes, man.
The food going up, everything going up.
You ain't lying. Oh, you
You
see
know-
that they dropped the tax for food in Illinois.
Oh,
they
yeah.
did. That's what I was telling
Yeah,
us.
yeah. I saw that. I was out yesterday. They had the signs out in front of Myers, man. I was like, all right, I'll take that. I'll take that. Something.
That's something.
that's-
Yeah, that's something.
That's
something.
that's a scam. They trying to there's something behind that. That's what
It's,
Essence
it's,
talking
it's,
about.
know what it
it's always a catch. Like when they said all this money was free that they gave us, now we paying for that free money.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they all sat at that big corporate table, and the people that's really up there in the food industry said, "Hey, y'all taking money out of our pocket now. Y'all gotta come up. We gotta come up with something because I need to eat too." And it's like, how do the person over all the food chain say, "I need to eat too"?
Hey, y'all. Speaking of that, you see the graphic out where it shows it's been going around online. There's like 5 companies that owns every food company out there.
Mhm.
They
Yeah.
own
Take that
every
graphic.
like dog food,
Yeah.
human food, beauty and supply, all that shit.
Speaking of food, man, look into
GM.
invest.
Nah, not to cut you off, S. I seen
go
that
ahead.
chart. GM, that's one of them. GM got who they got? They got all the electronical shit, right?
Not isn't is it I think it was
No, they got the
PG
stereo.
Procter.
You think
Oh yeah,
about,
you talking about General Mills?
you thinking about
General
General
Mills.
Mills?
Yeah. And Procter and Gamble was one of them. Yeah, there's a
Yeah,
couple
yeah,
in there that's
PG, yeah.
crazy. Yeah, I think Nestle. I don't know if they was under it or they were one of the big ones, but
Yeah.
that shit crazy, man. That shit is
There's only about-
crazy.
There's only about 5 or 6 of them, but they got everything fall back to them.
Mm-hmm.
Something else, Coca-Cola, they ain't going nowhere because people. I don't drink pop, but it's a lot of people that drink pop. Like, but I don't. That's
Yeah.
but a lot of people drink pop, and Coca-Cola been going.
Yeah.
crazy. But
I'm glad I didn't get that habit either. I don't fuck with that shit. Every once
I
in
ain't
a
gonna
while,
lie.
I
I
might.
got that habit. I be trying to keep that
Yeah.
habit all the time, brother.
Don't make me
Yeah.
feel bad. I got some
Man.
Canada Dry in my refrigerator right
Ooh.
now.
You give me a Fanta, brother, man, a
Oh,
Fago, a
come
orange
on. Nah,
Fanta, man.
If I go to White Castle, I gotta get a great Fanta. I gotta get a
Right,
great Fanta.
right,
right.
So,
Look, he said
You
he
know,
went from
Hey,
I
I
don't
ain't
mess
gonna-
with coda. He said I don't mess with soda. Now you're like, I gotta get a grape.
I ain't
Ranch or
gonna
a
lie.
Wild
I
Cat.
ain't gonna cap, yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. That's the
You were
only
mad at me.
time. That's the only time I drink pop is when I do that.
Look, ask Quave out. He like on it too.
No,
Man, that's soda.
I ain't gonna lie, that Coca-Cola freestyle machine, that peach sprite, that peach sprite. If you ain't never had that
Right.
peach sprite,
I didn't have that. Yeah.
Hey,
yeah,
that
or
peach
that
sprite is
peach
crazy.
or that peach lemonade,
Yeah, that shit is crazy.
He
That's
went
the
from
only
I
time-
don't
that's
mess
the
with
only
none to
time I-
naming like 3.
that's the only time I drink pop is when I drink a peach
Yeah,
sprite.
it's
Or that shout out to Gorilla Grape. The Gorilla Grape from
I ain't
the
never heard of
Gorilla
that
Grape from
before.
Menards.
from Menards.
They sell
From
it
Menards.
they sell it at Mariano's too.
That shit
Man,
busted.
That's the
y'all
only-
know this is Midwest when we start talking about Menards.
Hey,
For
busted.
Low key fuck Menards.
Now that's one thing. That
I got fired from Menards in 2012 when I burned the vest.
Don't tell. Don't tell YouTube, bro. Don't tell YouTube that, man.
I
But
got
no, I
fired
want
at
to tell
12.
YouTube that because
Don't even tell 'em.
life get better for everybody after Menards, bro. Life took off for me after I left Menards, bro. No lie.
He
Now,
said
that's
life
one thing
get
I
better
give
for
it.
everyone.
I got fired
Everybody
from
who leave
I got
Menards,
fired.
their life get
I
better.
got fired from Menards too.
Fuck it. I got fired too. Fuck it. I'm
Hey,
keep
bro,
one. I
we
got
all
fired
got
too.
fired from Menards, bro. The
Hey.
same way, bro.
I love
I mean,
this. I
well,
love this.
that's how we met at the end of the day. So keep it 100. Fuck it.
But we
That's
all know
respectful.
that John Menard not sitting at that table with the other 5 families.
Right. He ain't up there.
He ain't up there. No,
Nah, that ain't up there.
Home Depot is up there.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Arthur Blank, Home Depot going. Yeah, that's they at the
Yeah.
top.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But
Yeah, he kind of wild. He up there with the Hobby Lobby CEO. Them some wild cats, man.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah, them the people they control the country. Them top 500 companies. They-
Mhm.
once they know for a fact that they great grandkids college tuition is paid off, they still ain't got enough. They
Right,
still ain't got
right.
enough. They want to make sure the rest of the great college kids, is paid
Mhm.
off.
My 18th cousin is gonna own a McDonald's. All that
A lot
stuff.
of a lot of them don't even go to college, bro. They
They
just
don't-
they
they don't give
just
black-
get the knowledge and they pass the company down.
Right. Life
They
is
give-
college for them.
They say,
Yeah.
okay, we're gonna get the Indian people to 7-Eleven, and we're gonna get an Arabs liquor stores. We're gonna get a Africans the taxi.
Mhm.
We're gonna get a black people section
Harold's.
8
Hmm.
and Harold's section 8 and Link, and the white people got the whole country. But it's okay.
You country, you talking about the world.
I mean, yeah, the world. Yeah, thank you.
That
NWO.
bring me back to my nigga Esquire told me something about recession proof a couple months ago.
Oh yeah, recession proof.
Y'all know about
I
that?
got the notes. I got the notes and the strategy. It's like just about knowing, being aware of what's going on. Like I say, you finna go into recession if you start buying commodities like gold, silver, that stuff go up when the market drop. Oil, that's why gas prices going high.
Yeah, but the weird thing, I was watching Bernie Sanders the other day talking. He was saying how right now I think gas is like $318 a barrel, and it was the same thing. I don't know, maybe like 5-6 years ago, and gas was only like $3.80 a gallon. To show that they pushing these numbers up and just blaming everything on everything else because they can get that money. They made $18 billion in the last 6 months. $18 billion profit. That's not even everything. That's just profit.
Yeah, that's why I tell you the most important thing is to learn the market, bro. If you could, I invested in myself for a year. I stopped putting money into stocks last year because I invested that money into myself to learn the market.
That's dope.
And the thing about it, this was mostly shout out to Cheat Code. Shout out to the Cheat Code. Y'all can follow them on YouTube. Quay and Jehu, 2 black dudes started this company to teach people how to trade stocks and options and cryptocurrency and forex and futures too. The commodity market. They still teaching everybody how to do it. I invested in myself for a whole year.
Hey,
that's dope.
And about in about 2 years, I'm coming out with some shit. I'm working on it right now. We gonna be running our shit off piss. Oh, PP.
You said what?
We gonna be running shit off PP.
You gonna pee in your engine?
Yeah, we gonna be running shit off PP. All right, get ready.
That's
Get
just
ready,
another
yo.
way. That's just another way of saying PPP loan.
Right.
He said, I need that gold. He said, I need that gold number one. He said, number one or number two?
Hey, look,
Number
some
one.
gotta give though, bro. Some gotta give.
Man, you better be careful. Every time somebody teach their car how to go off of water, man, they ain't around too long. You heard one of those cats from the Buffalo shooting was like on the news talking about how he got his car running off water, and then the last cat that did it ended up dying.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I'm scared of talking about it.
Oh, that's
them
tough.
people.
Yeah, that's
they
tough,
they on their ass when they know how to
That's
make
tough.
their car run
They're
off
like,
vegetable
oh,
oil
you
and shit.
smart? Yeah. Oh, you
Yeah.
smart.
What the fuck we look like? The Mythbusters?
Hey, them was some guys. Them was some guys, yo.
Fuck, man.
Hey, it's this dude, I don't know where he from, but this mod that invented how to pour moist from the air. He invented and it makes he put the moist from air and making gallons of water. Like he got a station in Flint, Michigan, Africa. It's a black guy too, And I was like, damn, that shit dope as hell.
That's dope. Yeah, that's dope.
That's dope. So
shout out
but
to
you know they trying to shut him down.
Of course.
Yeah.
That hit in somebody else's pocket.
And shout out to Africa too, bro. If you really go and like look at videos of what cause they only show you only thing they show you in media is poverty in Africa. Africa ain't nothing like that. Africa, like how Wakanda look, that's how Africa is. They got skyscrapers and all that shit. Africa way advanced. They advanced like for real. And
The
shit.
reason why Africa be advertising it like they poor because they don't want the Black Americans to come back.
Yeah, America would be a very different place if all of us went back home.
No, they're like, no, don't come back. Y'all stay
Right.
right over there. We got it. We got it from here.
No, they want.
I mean, that's the
people
point.
to come
That's
back.
a crazy ass point, though. That's a crazy ass point because they kind of don't fuck with us. And
They don't.
They
don't.
But at the same time, I mean, we all African descent.
Oh,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Why?
But they
It's the
treat us like we mixed because we are.
It
Yeah.
ain't nothing to
No, we-
People without a
No,
home.
we ain't
man.
mixed.
People without a
No,
home.
we ain't mixed, bro.
You don't think so?
No, we ain't mixed. Not DNA, we not mixed. But our
We're not mixed
education,
with the whites that
No.
raped us, the whites.
nah, that's our education and our upbringing is fuck. That's what the problem come in at. They don't want none of that shit over there. You know what I'm saying?
So none of us is no black people mixed from slavery.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I give you that.
that ain't got nothing to do with why some of them don't like us. They want us.
Why do they act like that towards us? I want to know.
They want us to embrace where we from. If you embrace it, they'll welcome you with open arms. If you say, yeah, I'm African.
Mm-hmm.
You talking like learn the language, learn the culture.
I'm talking about just about not even that far. Well, that can come along over time, but I'm talking. They just want you to embrace Africa, like where your lineage started. If you come in and embrace it, if you go over there right now and say, I want to learn this about my heritage, I want to unlearn what I learned in America and relearn what Africa really, the history of Africa and what it's about today versus and like the whole lineage, like they embrace you, like.
Okay, all right, fair enough. I mean, as long as they embrace us, I will say this, and we can take it there if we can. I have not really, to be fair towards the African culture, I have not really experienced too much racism from them, but I definitely have experienced it from the other cultures, so. But I did experience like certain people that was like 100% African come off a little snooty towards me, a little bit, just a little bit. But it's fine.
They hold a certain what's the word I'm looking for? They proud. They got a different level of pride. Like
yeah.
And
hey, get it out the mud. It's literally get it from the mud. What you talking about? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I gotta, not to change it up, but I'm curious because we talking about politics and stuff. What y'all think about the Roe versus Wade?
Oh, that's bro. You right on time.
I had to ask, man.
Hey,
I had to ask.
Hey, hold on. Damn it. Hold on.
I mean, I feel like everybody should get like a 60 seconds to say they thought.
Hey, hold on, damn it. I did not send this man the itinerary for the podcast, but he knew the main topic of the podcast.
So you know I'm into politics pretty hard. Like when I'm working, I just have the news running like 24/7 here all the time.
That's one of the main topics of the podcast tonight. With that, that's the transition into the Roe versus Wade.
Let's do it.
The reactions and what we think about it, because this is a big topic. Especially
I want everybody to be honest about what they feel, you know, and be open about it, even if it don't fit the norm.
All right.
This topic, I'm gonna let Solomon chime in first, since he threw the transition in for me. Thank you. He threw the transition. I'm gonna let him touch on it first, since he did the perfect transition into one of the main topics of the podcast.
All right, word, respect. So I'm against the reverse and the reverse of the decision of Roe versus Wade. I'm against it for a couple of reasons. First of all, it's a woman's right, and it's a woman's body, and a bunch of men telling a woman what to do with their body is just like a bunch of white people telling black people how to live their life. As black men, we know what that feels like. I don't think there's any reason for it. Whether this has got convoluted, where people think this is about abortion. This has nothing to do with abortion. Abortion is the smallest factor in this. This has to do with human rights, that a woman has the ability to do with her right. Some people believe in abortion, some don't believe in abortion. That's a whole nother conversation that we could get into. But telling somebody they can't do something with their body, I mean, that just, you know, that breaks all the fundamentals of what we're supposed to be about, not just as a country, but as humans, that you allow people to live their life and enjoy their body and do with their body what they want, as long as they're not hurting anybody else. And they're not hurting anybody else. They're taking care of their body the way they see fit. And that's their decision. The also is because this is on rights. The biggest thing is this is just the beginning. If you look at what Thomas put out in his piece when he put this out, he said at the same time, we need to start looking at same-sex marriage. We need to start looking at the type of sex people have in their own bedrooms. Is this the right type of sex? We need to start looking at interracial marriages. We need to start looking at all these other things the same way we're looking at Roe versus Wade, and we need to give it to the states. And we need to, we need to tell the states, you can set your own laws. And all that's going to do is put us right back into the same place we were with civil wars, where states start setting things on their self that encroach on a person's rights. Let that person have certain levels of rights at a federal level, and let the states handle certain things like marriage, anything to do with the human, the body, and basic civil rights should be set at the federal level. We spent 50, 60 years getting here, and for us to turn back around, big black eye to human population. All right, I'm done.
Yeah.
Hey,
definitely drop.
Mic drop.
Bars.
Mic
drop.
Now,
sound bite.
Mic drop.
Now I agree with your stance on human rights, but as far as abortion, I'm against it, because I say the reason I say that is because women have so many forms of birth control options. Like if you don't want to have a child, they got to be more responsible about it. Like that's why I look at it that way.
I hear you. Can I say something on that? And if you're still talking, I don't want to interrupt. I'll let you speak on it.
Oh no, you can throw in your point right here.
Real quick question. You brought up one scenario and set your thought and your position based on one scenario. Let me ask you this. a 15-year-old girl is giving birth to her siblings because her father raped her. You think he's going to give her birth control? You think he's going to give her Plan B?
Man, you so reading my mind. You reading my mind.
And that's the thing is, I feel what you're saying, and that's one situation. And as a man, we got to be careful, because when we make those kind of statements, it's the very similar situation by saying, Black people don't need to vote. We'll take care of everything for them. They don't need that. They're good. We got this. We've been taking care of Black people for a long time. They don't need to vote. And that's like, a man telling a woman, you got all these other options available. You don't need this option. And that's just a right. And once you pull that right away, it starts to become so easy to pull more away, because you've now pulled the thread.
Right. You reading my mind, because that's my only exception to abortion is rape. You read my mind on that. That's my only exception to
what if the mother's gonna die?
I said that to somebody else. I said that's the only exception for me for abortion is rape. If a woman raped,
What if the mother's gonna die? What if it's to save the mother? Say the mother is like, it's a married couple, they've done everything, and they get right to the end, and they're like, it's not gonna be a good pregnancy. There's a very good chance the mother's gonna die. Do you have the abortion then? Or do you have the kid? Or do you let the family make that choice?
Yeah, reasonable exceptions, I feel like should be the only reason for abortion. But I'm talking about just women I'm speaking on women that's just reckless and just doing, and then say, oh, I can always have an abortion. No, you use birth control if you want to be reckless. Like,
I feel you.
I'm talking about on this, as far as that goes.
But think about it like this. That's like saying drivers that are reckless. Should nobody drive because there's some drivers out there that are reckless? You got to let people make those choices for themselves. Somebody's reckless, and they might kill somebody while they're driving, but you can't take away everybody's right to drive and only, say that you can all ride the bus.
Those people that are reckless are always going to be penalized. Because when I was speeding my ass off back when I was in my early 20s, them motherfuckers
you were working
in Atlanta saying, nigga, we gonna check your license. You know how real this shit is.
Right.
I stopped speeding.
When you get a DUI and you got to pay that money to get that DUI taken care of, you make sure you don't get no more DUIs.
So what I'm saying is with that should they ask for a reason when people say, oh, I want an abortion? Like, why should they say why?
Nope. It's a right. What if they gave you a right and then put caveats on it? Yeah, you can go to the grocery store, but before you go in the grocery store, you got to tell somebody what you're going to buy, and then we got to let you know if you can go in based on what you're going to buy. You know what I'm saying? Those are caveats. You don't want that. You want the freedom to go be you and do you. And I know people are like, well, that's abortion. You can't. This isn't about abortion. This is about rights. That's what I got to remember. It's about rights. My fault, man. I don't mean to kill this whole body.
No. Arguments. No, this is a debate, not an argument. It's I'm open to hearing everybody's stance. But I'm gonna say this is like, I'm just saying, if this was a scenario like if they said, all right, well, why you want to have an abortion? Like if a woman had to tell the truth, like like I said, if a woman came in there and was 100% honest and said, oh, well, me and David had a wild night, man. Right. I didn't want a baby, but boom, baby. Like,
he ain't got a job.
Should they check and see if a woman got all that, like a job? Are they able to? Because Young Thug said this. He said, before he got locked up, he said everybody can't afford kids.
Facts.
True.
They still have it though. Let me ask y'all this: y'all seem real knowledgeable about this topic. Where did that term come from? Roe versus Wade, huh?
Oh, okay. No,
that was a lawsuit. I don't know the full specs on it, so I ain't gonna try to speak on it. But it was a lawsuit that pretty much set the precedent that the right to abortion was a human right, that you could pick if you want to have an abortion or not. And it was upheld. Was it Casey? There was another court that upheld that that don't quote me on this. Like I said, I'm usually staying tuned in while I'm working. So
the Supreme Court just decided on their own. Nobody did a petition or anything. They just said, you know what? I don't want the country to have abortions. And
that's what mugs be
right.
sleeping on. That's what they
the
sleep
part
on.
that I don't like.
Trump.
Nobody petitioned.
Trump put all these people in court. That was his main thing, was to get people in the Supreme Court, because nobody can touch the Supreme Court. There's no rules, no regulations. There's no checks and balances. They can do what they want, and it just is what it is.
So that's what he was doing. He said, I'm going to put y'all ahead there. When I want to make a decision, boom.
He did it for the GOP.
It don't
the
even got to go
right
across
sides.
the president. It don't even got to go across the president.
3 parts of the government. There's legal, Congress, or legislative, executive, and judicial. That's the president is executive, Congress, senators and congressmen. That's legislative. They make the laws. Executive, the president signs the laws, and then you got judicial, which is the Supreme Court, and they get to just tell you what if this law is valid or not. You know, that's like
why when you go to the Supreme Court at the end, once it's settled there, it's over.
It's done. It's done. They say it's done.
That's what I'm saying. All this shit is happening off of Trump, and then you get somebody weak in there like Biden. And where's Kamala Harris? She's at home just chilling with her feet up, clipping her toes.
I'm gonna stay quiet on that. I ain't trying to get.
I'm not staying quiet. That bitch ain't doing nothing.
Fuck that. Come on,
Fuck
man.
that. This supposed to be a woman.
You
This
too.
supposed to be a woman. This supposed
You
to be a
too.
woman. This supposed to
You
be
too. We love y'all. We
what
love
women
y'all.
come
You
through.
too.
Can I get the floor one time about it?
Go ahead.
This supposed to be a woman that understands what abortion is about. She got kids, even if she don't. This is a woman that's supposed to look at both sides of the spectrum. She's supposed to know everything across the board when it comes to abortion. You know what I'm saying? But she don't give a fuck about that because she was a pawn. But even beyond her, you know what I'm saying? The Roe versus Wade, I think they should give the women the rights. No matter whatever their mistake was, no matter how reckless they was, no matter how smart they was, if they got raped, if they just had a one-night stand without fucking condoms, if they just wanted to get pregnant, they changed their mind because whatever, they can have all the money in the world. If the female want to get an abortion, she should get an abortion. You know what I'm saying?
Her body. It's her body.
It's her body. You know what I'm saying? I've been in a few situations in my life and I got a few abortions. If I couldn't even get that, I probably wouldn't be on this podcast right now. I'd be in a fucking corner pouring my hair out because I got some fucking kids I don't want and that I couldn't afford. You don't tell me that you don't force me to have a kid that I don't fucking want. If the kid come out deformed or they telling me that it's got Down syndrome, I don't want that kid. I need a healthy kid that could survive my legacy the right way, not be a fucking burden. I'm sorry. That's how I feel. Everybody
and regardless,
Solomon said everybody need to be honest about how we really feel about that. You know, I don't, and I know me being. Let me digress because people get it misconstrued. Like when you being loud and you being aggressive for real passionate, that you trying to drown out the other people's opinion. You can have your fucking opinion. I don't give a fuck. That's your opinion. That's fine. They changed the laws. They say you can't get an abortion. That's cool. You don't think they're going to do this shit under the table like they did back in the 60s? I want to get an abortion. That's what we're going to have. If I fuck this bitch and I ain't want to get a kid with her, and she talking about, I wish I get an abortion, but Roe versus Wade. Bitch, who the fuck is Wade? Talk to Wade, call Roe up, and figure it out that what we need to do. In whatever state that's doing it, we got to fly to Dubai to get by. That's what we're going to do. We're going to fly to Dubai to get by, to get this fucking kid up out of us. We can survive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What
you,
Tupac say? You heard what Tupac said on Keep Your
Don't
Head Up.
Don't even say it. Don't say
man.
it.
You can't tell a woman when and where to create one. Are you serious? They waited for him to die to say you can't have abortion. Because when he was alive, that fucking voice would have drowned all their ass out. Motherfucking hoes, a Supreme Court. They get all the money. The gas people that's taking all the money with gas, they don't care about. They have as many kids they want because they got billions of dollars. Nigga, I got fucking $15 in my account right now. I can't afford no kid, but I can afford an abortion when I swipe that credit card for the one time, pay that credit card off. That's just $300 right then and there. But imagine having to pay $300 or $400 a month. I'm on my Dr. Umar shit or what?
Yeah,
man, just go. Hey, just go, brother. Just let us know when you're done. I'm just soaking it up, man. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Sound bite that. Hey, whatever you want to do, that's fine. If they they decided to say, okay, we can't have abortions. I'm glad they ain't decided that in Illinois, because that's where I live at.
Yeah,
And they dumb. They dumb because they say Nebraska is the only state that can do it. Guess what? We gonna travel 15 hours to Nebraska and get this shit done. What? Are you
And what's
kidding
going to
me?
happen is people are going to start migrating. That's what you're going to start seeing
Yeah.
because we become these, like Illinois is a sanctuary state, a safe haven. You're going to start seeing people saying, you know what?
Right.
I don't want to live here. This place is starting to go wild. I'm going to go live somewhere else. And
Yeah.
that's the big problem with these states
You
getting this power because
everybody- I'm sorry, Solomon.
No, you good. Go
Everybody-
ahead.
I don't mean to cut your wisdom off. Everybody got killed with the COVID, and then now you're gonna say keep the baby to replace the COVID? You do a population control with the COVID, and then now you said don't have. Okay, we lost too many people, so let's just tell them real quick that they got to keep their babies, so we can kind of replace this population, so they can stay enslaved.
there is a theory out there. There's a theory out there that fits that this whole thing. And if there was a I forget who it was, but there was a white politician lady who was seen 2 days after Roe versus Wade with Trump on stage, and she said, "Thank you, Mr. Trump, for saving white lives." That was her response
Is
to the
that
Roe
right?
versus Wade. Yeah, it's out there. It's out there.
Is
And
that right?
there is a very strong push that this whole Roe versus Wade thing comes down to because if you look, 60% of abortions done every year are for white. That's the main people getting abortions.
It's the white
And that
people?
is white people.
No,
And
I've seen
that's
it was a
Go ahead.
stat. There was another stat that came out that said 38% blacks and 33% whites.
It's
getting
low.
abortions.
It's low. It's really high on the black side. I may have my numbers right.
Really high with the black people.
No,
so
it's
white.
really high on white. Yeah. And that's the problem is that the because by like what 2042, the strongest population is going to be Latino.
Yes.
And so like they're like, how do we stop that? And this might be one of those ways. That's a theory. I don't know enough about but it holds weight. It holds weight.
They
Just
don't,
let me-
I don't know if they
this.
did abortions like that. They be having their families and they taking over. They've been took over the workforce and all that, and every race got their own thing going on. If you stop the abortion, all they gotta do is make that phone call to Cabo and they gonna take over all this shit.
They did this in China. They did a population control thing where they was telling families
One kid.
This was at one time, one child per family at one point in time. That all had to do that all had to do with their economy.
Yeah, one
It's all
kid.
about money. That's all countries care about. It's all about money first. They whatever is best for the economy. That's what every country is doing.
You just can't tell nobody for fucking how many years that you free to go. You free to do you, freedom of speech, and then you turn around and just put their freedom on the chopping block when you really don't got. It's just a reminder that you really ain't free. In my opinion, you really ain't free.
No.
If you could do it like that with a snap of the finger, what you got, Snake?
I don't want to cut y'all off. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to get y'all whole opinion out.
No, I'm good. I digress.
Well,
At first I felt like, you know what I'm saying, it was a good thing because I felt like kind of similar towards what S had said, that for the reckless female that's out here, then you know what I'm saying, it'll put a control on that. You know what I'm saying? People out here just fucking get pregnant, getting abortion, fucking pregnant, abortion. 2-3 abortions a year or something, just the reckless people. But once Solomon just mentioned what he just mentioned, it kind of brought me to perspective of it's not even about it. It's the overall perspective of let them control our rights, because one thing I do, I study First Amendment, and I'm real big on it. So, you know what I'm saying? Freedom of press, freedom of speech, freedom of to go about. You know what I'm saying? So once they start controlling and put limitation on certain things, well, because I was thinking like, all right, give them for the reckless people, that's the reckless females or reckless situations that's out here. Okay, you limited to like 1 or 2 abortions, right? But see, if you give them like Solomon said, if you get them that edge, they finna try to put limitations on everything. So now I'm thinking about like, no, I'm not gonna get them limitations. So I got to go back to the bias of a woman control their own destination either way it go. You know what I'm saying? I understand they out here bogus and they out here reckless. So what Mogul was saying, you know what I'm saying?
But that's a small percentage of people. What this, like we talking about those reckless ones, and people using abortion like birth control. I'm not for that, but at the same time, I'm not going to tell somebody what to do with their body. Just like when they start turning around, they start saying, just because you may not be gay doesn't mean that you take away other people's gay rights. Just because you may not date outside of your race and your culture doesn't mean you can tell other people to do that. And that's fundamental at that point. That's fundamental. Nothing stops or nothing starts until that's right.
And that just bring back in circle to what Mo said with the population control, because how all of a sudden now you want humans to create more. I mean, or put more babies out here in this world. You know what I'm saying? Then when it just COVID or whatever that y'all just ran so many people out and killed so many people. So
over 500,000, like 750,000 people died.
Yeah, I ain't break it down like that, but now I just broke it down because you know what I'm saying. What I was thinking, I had a bias, I had a small mentality, and was thinking of just that 1% of the reckless people, them 2%, 3% of the reckless people. Which now I can understand that they just out here just using it like a plan B.
And if you don't mind, I'm okay with them making the rules strict, make it stricter. It went from you can't get abortion after 4 months, bring it down to 2 months. You got 2 months to make a decision. After 2 months, you can't get abortion. But this saying that you can't do it at all after 6 weeks, that's just way critical.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And the thing is, something to think about. Most women don't even know they're pregnant until like 2-3 months into it. Yeah. So, setting up those kind of, people setting up these kind of rules like, oh, well, you can't do it here, you can't do it there. There's no way to cover everything out there. And I had a conversation with a neighbor in my area, and I'm not going to go deep into it, but it kind of got a little heated there on some of this stuff because strong right conservative person, and I spent like 19 years working in detention centers, in youth centers. I was a counselor, I was a supervisor, working with at-risk youth, and I see what happens when a kid is not treated well and just thrown into society, just disregarded, what they turn into, who they turn into. And it's sad to watch. It's sad to watch. And while you may not believe in abortion, what do you believe in outside of that? What happens to those kids that don't have any parents, what system is out there to support that? Because the system now doesn't support it. I'll tell you for a fact it doesn't support it. It was better then, 20 years ago when I was in it versus now, and it's not supporting it, and that's, what are we going to do? All right, let's just say this. Let's say we're here, Roe versus Wade. Let's say it's the whole country. Let's say, what do we do next with all these kids we're going to have? Because a chunk of them, nobody's going to want to do anything with. Who's going to take care of them? Who's going to fund that? Are you going to give 50% of your taxes? Are you going to up your taxes to 50% of your pay and pay for these kids, the same people?
And to add to that, that's dope, Solomon, because it's 2 words that start with an A. If you're going to stop abortion, you got to stop adoption. Keep your motherfucking kid then, fam. How about that? You ain't stopping adoption. If you keep your kid, bring that accountability on then. Hey, there ain't no more adoption. When you have that kid,
you own that kid.
You got to keep that kid.
But what happens to that kid that's raised in that horrendous, horrible home?
That's what I'm saying?
Remember what I said earlier, a 15-year-old giving birth to her sibling because she was raped by her father. She now has to keep that kid. What does that do to you've now not just ruined that 15-year-old's life, you've ruined the kid's life because there's no way that kid grows right.
You know what they're gonna call her? Monster with sister put together.
Everything about that. The father, the daughter, the kid, the people that they touch in their lives, it's just it's a cancer. And you have to find a way to deal with that.
That's why you know it's bigger than what's going on. They own something. I mean, they own something. Because
that's the money. Like I say, that's the recession finna take. That's why they threw this out here now. This recession this might be not a Great Depression. That's how bad it's finna be bad. That's why all this crazy.
Worse than 2008.
Yeah, if you look like I study charts, like the way this shit went up for 2 straight years. If I give y'all all, I'm gonna throw y'all some free game out here. This is a book called called Master in the Markets, called the Master in the Market Cycle. If you read this book, it tell you like how a pendulum swing. That's how the stock market moves. If it go this way to a great extreme, it's got to come back this way to a great extreme. So if you turn the pendulum on middle. You say what?
It always hits the middle in between.
Yeah. So if you turn the pendulum on the side, if it go up, it's gotta swing back violently to the downside. That's what we finna see now.
Yeah, man.
It's gonna be bad. Like it's gotta happen though. It's inevitable. It's gotta happen for the market to get back to where it need to be.
You know, this is a subjective thing with the market and with abortion. Everybody do what they want to do, you know. I mean, hey, I gotta work hard on my pullout
game. Hey, and then you got motherfuckers that then they try to put a limitation on the plan B. That's
I saw that.
I saw that.
People were rushing Walmart for them Plan Bs. Well, I saw that. They were like, nah, 1, 2 per person.
That's right.
What is that?
They were stocking that stuff up like it was water or toilet paper during COVID. They were like, give it all.
Yeah, this Plan B, because if we shoot the club up a bus, and we drunk, hey, here you go.
Hey, niggas gonna be popping Plan B every day.
Like it's Molly.
They scan your ID card. You know, I done got a few Plan B bills. So they scan your ID card and they can tell if you got it. It's a certain time limit between the times you get it.
Oh, but, really?
Yeah. If you get too many, if you get to coming in that bitch every weekend, they definitely gonna have a security guard and escort your ass.
Him over there. He gotta go.
Nigga, you need a plan.
They gave your ass a whole name. Hey, Plan B here.
Plan A.
He said a Plan H.
You know.
They gave your ass a whole name. Plan B here.
Right. You need a Plan G. Get your ass out of here.
A Plan G. Yeah, man. What you got, S?
That shit crazy though.
Yeah, it's definitely a heavy topic. You get the Cause me, what I tell people is, man, you can't trust either side. I don't trust Democrats or Republicans.
I'm 100% there with you. When I was talking to that dude that I was telling you about, I was a right conservative. While we talking, he kept saying your side and your people, and I had to stop him. And I said, I'm not a Democrat. I'm a black man. I don't have a side, brother. Yeah. I said, Democrats don't want nothing to do with me.
A Democrat and a Republican ain't nothing but a loophole for black people to not want to vote no more because you don't even got no rights for real.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? You get the rights to vote and then they find a loophole to make you not want to vote. So they won. I'm not voting no more. Fuck
the right take our rights and the left ain't doing nothing about it. I mean, let's be real.
I'm Green Party.
I'm Black Party.
I voted.
I'm red, black, and green.
I'm a black.
Right, I'm red, black, and green.
You say Wakanda Party.
Yeah, I voted. I voted for Biden just in this past year just because he was attacking my livelihood, and I'm like, need this as a means to create something else because I'm working for the post office now. And Trump was attacking the post office, so I said, I need to do this for me right now. Even
He
though,
went hard at the post office.
But you know what? We've been
so I had to do
bamboozled.
that at the moment. I said, even though I don't agree with this motherfucker all the way, I said, I gotta do this.
Say less.
But
Right
we was bamboozled. We was pushed in the corner to feel like we had to vote for him. I feel like I was set up. I feel like they already knew who need to go in next, so they set it up for the next person.
Yep,
You know,
you
none
were.
of them really
We
never
were.
did nothing but have popularity, and that's it. You know, so they could do what they want to do. You know, I think focusing on the state people that's in our state is probably more important than these Biden motherfuckers.
It is, without a doubt. That's beautiful. You said that.
We need more Obamas.
No,
so
we don't. Shit,
we need what we need to do.
Yeah.
We need to own our states.
Yes,
we're so locked in on voting for, like, you know, Congress, Senate, president.
Yeah.
What happened is once Trump got elected, the GOP, the right side, the Republicans, they took over all the local stuff. They went in and just got themselves in every little thing. It didn't matter what it was. There was somebody GOP there, somebody GOP there. And now the Supreme Court is saying, you know what? This isn't a federal thing. Send the laws to the state and let them set their own laws, which have now been taken over by the GOP.
Yeah, it's a setup. It's a setup.
That's why they.
There you go.
I remember voting like 2 years ago. There was somebody that had put something out. They were saying while we worry about voting for the mayor and all that, we need to be voting for these judges, these senators, and these
facts.
They gotta put
the judicial system is very important.
Give the mayor and all that. Them other little mobs, them the ones that sign that and get our ass.
Bro,
judicial is huge.
They cheat what they advertise. They spend some money on a cardboard and put it in your yard, but they need to be spending the same amount of money that the president spent, so we can know who they are and what they about. Because we just see their name on the ballot, and they're gonna put heavy foot in front of Chicago as a prompt, and it's really somebody behind that. You know what I'm saying? That's really doing that shit for real. Because I feel like these people really don't care about our community for real. It's almost like every man for themselves. You know, you sitting in your house or your apartment. Once you step out, you for yourself, because you're not.
Unfortunately, it is. Yep.
You know, I shouldn't have never listened to that Malcolm X, bro. I should have never, because I ain't been the same fucking shit, man.
It's the best thing you did, brother. Keep it going. Listen to it again.
That was a great book, by the way. You know, I was being sarcastic. That book really opened my eyes up. That we still going through the same shit since 1950 and 60 and before that. Like, come on.
Malcolm movement was a better tactic than Martin, though. Because at first I thought Martin was, but Malcolm movement was a better attack than
I'll say
Malcolm
this.
movement was a better attack than Martin.
I'll say this: they both having them at the same time, I think, was the real key thing. Is that you had Martin, who spoke to the people that Martin needed to speak to, and you had Malcolm that spoke to the people that Malcolm needed to speak to. If you just had one, you could only talk to that one party. But to have two of them talking to multiple people. That's what you need. And that was the beauty is he talked to the peace and he talked to the war.
Assalamu alaikum, free at last.
Malcolm X had.
I love it.
Malcolm X had way more fear. People fear him more because he had more muscle. He had Bumpy Johnson running with him and shit. That shit was real. Like Bumpy Johnson was running with like that. Like this shit was real.
But you got to give Martin his props because he gave us white allies, and that's what helped.
Yeah, he did.
You're not gonna it's just like in music. If all your fans are black, and I love my people, you can only go so far. You have to open up your music, your crowd, your ears, your listeners. You have to move it up. And I'm not talking about just white. I'm talking about Asian. I'm talking about Hispanic. I'm talking about everything. And you have to open it up. And Martin gave us those allies.
Martin wanted to roll up for Malcolm, bring the raw in.
Yeah, they not gonna support black radicals. You say what now?
I'm just saying, they went together, you know. They went together.
Beautiful duo, man. We need that again in life, man.
We need that again.
They'll never let it happen again. They learned.
Well, hey, we already got it with Solomon Grunge and the Mogul, right?
Hey, that's
You
right.
say y'all martyrs? Y'all
That's
martyrs?
right.
Martin and Malcolm.
I ain't got no fundraisers. I ain't got nobody.
Don't act like Snake the Great ain't Jesse Jackson.
There we go. There we go.
I'm back there a little bit.
I'm
back there a little bit.
I love it.
Jesse Jackson say he would have cut Obama balls off and handed to him. You better.
real shit. What's the name tried to start a movement like that. His wife stopped the shit. Killer Mike. Killer Mike.
Man, Killer Mike. Killer Mike is good people. Yeah, Killer Mike. He would have been a martyr.
Stopped him. His wife.
I get it.
Yeah,
she didn't want him to die.
She said she need.
She
said she need a husband, not a martyr. She said
that she ain't lying.
I can't argue with that.
He was deep into politics.
He was coming with the shit. He was coming with the shit.
Yeah, his wife told him she need a husband, not a martyr.
I respect what he does in his grind. I like what he did with the music, how he took it to another level with Run the Jewels. How, he went from Outkast to Run the Jewels to meeting with Bernie Sanders. To meeting with the Crips and starting their own soda with the Crips. He was doing it. I love how he can, and that's what we need more of. Somebody that can walk into every door and be welcome. And that's what he is.
He did a support Black only type of 24-hour situation with everything he ate, everything he bought, everything he did was Black. He had a whole show. I think it was on MSNBC or either CNN. One of them.
Y'all didn't watch that? It was on Netflix.
That was cold, man.
It was on Netflix.
I think I saw that.
It was on Netflix called Trigger Warning.
Yeah.
Trigger
That's where he
Warning
did that Crip Cola.
It was good. He started. They had Crip Cola, but they had the blood pop too. The blood started to pop.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going with the Crip Cola. I can't drink the pop that's got blood on it.
Yeah, he had.
Of course.
He had some interesting.
Only because it was blue, nigga. Only because it was blue.
Blue flag hanging on the left side, but only on the left side. Yeah, that's the Crip side.
Yeah, he had some interesting topics. He started a whole new Africa. He started
Yeah.
He had the vocational school. He had a poor
It was cold how he did that.
Love it. I love it.
He had a president and all that. I was like, what?
I think it was too real. I think it was too real for Netflix though, because they ain't renew it for a second season.
Right.
They got their money and let him get on out of there. Well, I ain't mad at his wife, but your calling is your calling.
Mm-hmm.
So, you got to be yourself. It's going to come out in different ways. You're going to be in the house, preaching to her ass in a minute. You can't wear white panties.
Said no white panties.
You can't wear white bras no more. You got to wear all black. Like a flop.
Isn't that Mormon stuff where they wear like that special underwear under their clothes?
Mormons. The Mormons is weird.
How does that? My bad, man. I started.
Mormons is weird.
We're gonna get Galarray banned in Utah.
You ever look up Mormon values, like the shit they say you can and can't do? Like Mormon values, it's weird.
Went from Mormons to Mormons.
Any strong religion is weird.
It's a
any strong, you look at any religion that's really like secular and kind of like inside, like we're used to Catholic. If you look at Christianity from a distance, it's pretty fucking weird. It's really weird. Like it's weird. It's just weird. There's a guy that came from space and he died and came back to life and made everybody, sin free because of that. There was water that got split, and then a man walked through it with a bunch of people.
Right.
And there's a boat. He put every animal in the planet on there, or two of every planet.
This was a nigga that was doing magic. That's all it was.
Man,
he's doing magic.
You say it was Charlie.
He said Copperfield.
Charlie Wilson. You
Chris
say
ain't.
with Charlie Wilson, I can do magic.
Wee.
Yeah, man. You know, they
I
said
can
people
do magic. Hey,
He said I can pull the trigger. He said what he said I can
I
pull the
can do
trigger
the
too.
big for you.
He said I can pull. He
Hey.
said I can pull the trigger too.
You don't believe it's your reality. There's people that still believe that and probably be offended watching this part. I don't care if you're offended Christian or a Buddhist or whatever the hell you is or whatever the heaven you is. I know what I am. I'm not that.
Everybody came from two people. Everybody in the world came from two people.
Who is it?
Adam and Eve. That's another, like, does that feel right? Like, does
They
that
don't
really
feel
feel
right.
right? Everybody
They don't
came
feel
from
right.
two people, and there was a snake that was talking to her, and there was an apple that she ate that she shouldn't have eaten. I mean, this is religion.
You know what? This sounds like a story that somebody just kept running on and it got weirder and weirder for the next person. Hey, look, this what happened. Then it went on, and then the story changed. Because I doubt that happened back then. Because I was like, hell no. I mean, come on, man. Come on.
Cat Williams had a theory on this. He said the fruit wasn't the tree. He said the fruit was relating to sex.
Yeah,
I heard that before.
So who did she have sex with then? There was only two people in Eden. The only people that came after Adam and Eve were her two sons, Cain and Abel.
Hold on, who was wrong? Who was wrong in the situation? Adam and Eve, though. One and Eve. They said it was Adam because he gave her the apple.
Fake ass story, man.
I don't know, man.
It's
if you look at all religion, it's weird.
You know,
we're indoctrinated. We've been listening to it for all of our lives, and everybody else thinks it's right. And there's temples built to it, and there's books, and there's movies. So we think it's right, and we think it's normal.
Jim Jones, everybody. Give that Kool-Aid.
With the Kool-Aid.
Give that Kool-Aid.
Yeah, that's a real story. See, when you really can see it, that's real. We seen the story. We seen it on TV in real time. That's real. They got some fake shit right now. I don't know if it's in Egypt or in Jordan or wherever it's at. The story about when I think Noah's Ark or whoever it was, they said, don't turn around, you're gonna turn into dust. They got a fake story out there in the Middle East where the lady turned around and turned to dust. They said that's the lady. No, that's a big ass pile of rocks. That is not nobody that turned into stone. I can't believe people coming up there praising this stone like, oh, this really happened. No, that is not it. That's not it. They just believe in every damn thing.
Religion was the police and the government before there was police and government. You needed a way to keep people from doing the wrong thing. So you would make these parables and these stories and say, man, I heard this story about this guy who was, went to a town and everybody was doing bad sex stuff. And if you look backwards, you turn into salt. So you better not do any bad sex stuff. You should only do these good things.
Well, you know, it's probably been like this. I agree with you. It probably been things like, okay, damn, you know, caught an STD and this whole town is catching this plague of gonorrhea. It was like the COVID back then. Like, damn, we got to get these people to stop fucking. So let's make these people get in the uprighteous mode to say, okay, you got to get married. Okay, you only got to be with one person. Let's bring some structure to this. This was the structure that they decided to bring, but don't, and it carried on into 2022, the roaring 20s and 1920 to the roaring 2022s, so it's cool.
Hey, religion is it's a risky topic, man. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
It's a risky topic.
Just like abortion.
Yeah. It's like abortion, you know what I'm saying? Because I was following the Israelites. I heard of them.
Yeah,
Israelites.
The Israelites. Yeah, I'm tweaking. Israelites, and they were saying that we wrote the Bible, got it took from us, and was taught. They taught it to us different. You know what I'm saying? Was got us really fucked up at the end of the day. You know,
the Bible has been rewritten so many times. What it started to where it is. I mean, the King James Bible was rewritten by Shakespeare.
Yeah.
He took stuff out of it and tried to change it. It's just like a movie, how we see movies get redone. A movie you saw 20 years ago is a different movie than you see now.
It's just what's popular and what they respect because it's got longevity to it. but that don't mean that it's right or real. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? What's right and real is what's going on today. I wasn't there at that time when they was doing all that shit. I ain't never seen that stuff. If you try to go to space right now and make it to heaven, your ass gonna choke, quote, and fall in a black hole. I'm telling you, right? You was not gonna make it to heaven if you go up there. You're gonna make it to a black hole and find your ass somewhere on Saturn ring somewhere. And
But they saying that they saying as a community, say as a black community, G. What guidelines and what, you know what I'm saying? Where do you want this community to be at? What, as far as a whole? So motherfuckers be on one accord. Because if not, we go be running around like we running around right now.
They run the structure. They run the structure. They they made it so you have to follow this certain things you gotta follow or else. But for the most part, everybody got their own fingerprint, and I'm a guy. I'm my own guy because nobody can see through these eyes. I'm making my own kids. I'm making my own reality in my own world, in my own heaven. I'm making it heaven and hell. This is what's going on. Don't nobody know what's going on after they die. Ain't nobody came back and said this is how it is. I'm about to die again and go back. Nobody's saying that.
I always say I'm not going to live my life based on what's going to happen in my death. And that's where a lot of people are not enjoying their life because they're worried about what's happening when they're dead. I'm going to worry about what's happening when I'm dead. When I'm dead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And structure. So people that know me, Mogul tell you, I'm a very big component of structure. I have things going a certain way. Like my little setup back here, this is all me. Structure, thinking things out. I didn't just open a book and say I want that. I built all that, and I believe in structure, and I think it's a good thing. But I would never go to somebody else's house and say, "Nah, that ain't working, man. You need to do this, this, and that." Now, if you come into my house where I pay my bills and me and my family have decided this is the structure, you got to kind of work within that structure. But I ain't gonna walk outside.
Let me get deeper then. Let me get deeper. How would you keep do you care about black money, the black economic money in the black community? Because we already shot with everybody. We shop, we support anybody, everybody out here in the world but everybody else don't fuck with us though. That's what I'm trying to get at. I'm trying to understand
but we don't own anything. We don't own it. That's the first thing is there really is money. First, we got to be realized. Money is green. It's not white. It's not black. It's not brown. It's not Asian. It's green. And there ain't a white person that you ain't never heard of white money. You hear black money. You hear the Asians keeping their money, but you don't hear nobody say white money. Oh, I got this white money. Nah, they got green money. They got green money because they don't put race in with money. You know what I'm saying? They don't even like. I was watching something the other day. Somebody said, "Who is it? Waka Flocka?" And I'm not even a fan of dude, but he said something really dope. He's like, "Man, I went outside of America, and there's no white or black. You either Cameroonian or you German. That white and black is an American thing. Like when I go out, they ask, "What are you?" And I say, "Oh, I'm black. I'm African American." Oh, you're American. You're American. That's what they look at us. We are stuck in a hamster wheel talking about black and white. Now, people that know me, I'm a strong black man. I am a strong black man, and I respect my culture. I follow my culture, and I keep it strong. I had a lyric back in the day, I eat pork, fuck white women, and I'm pro-black. And I still live to that shit. That's me. That's me. I'm going to do me, and I'm going to do how I do. So I believe in the structure, and I believe in bringing my people. But we do have to understand that before we start talking about black dollar, let's talk about black mentality. Because your mental has to be strong before your dollar go anywhere.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yes,
and my fault if I'm chewing in y'all ear, man. I'm trying to get some grub on.
It's one of the what I'm gonna say. One of the shows, a show that touched on that poked at religion was I don't know if y'all remember on Adult Swim, Moral Oral.
Oh yeah, Moral Oral used to be on Adult Swim.
Yeah, Moral Oral used to be wild if you really paid
Play-Doh dude.
like
yeah,
the shit they was talking about with religion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he used to be wild with it. A movie that touched on it with Seth Rogen was in 2016 Sausage Party.
I never saw that. I know what you're talking about. That looked
Sausage
crazy.
Party was about what we talking about. That's what it was about. Like if you watch that whole movie, you understand it was about religion and them trying to find what was going like. They was trying to find out what the meaning of life was. Like
if you ever want to check out a movie, check out Dogma with Ben Affleck and
Chris
his
Rock.
boy. What's his boy? That's all Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, George Carlson. It was called
Chris
Dogma.
Rock was in there too. You talking
he
about?
Might have been in there. Yeah.
Dogma. I say some of it. Dogma. It was on Comedy
Dogma's
Central
dope.
a lot.
Yeah. That's
I think Chris Rock was in there too. I think
he might have been. I don't even remember. It's been a minute.
Well, yeah, it's been some movies touching on it.
That title threw. I remember that. That title threw me off, man. Sasha's Party. I didn't know what. I didn't know. Look.
Right, you like? Should I watch this?
Hey,
yeah, it was an animated. It was an animated.
Hey, Seth Rogen be making some crazy stuff. So I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, it was an animated movie, but it was talking about it was about religion pretty much. That's what it was.
Check it out. Check that out.
It came out in 2016. That's what it was about. It was an animated movie. It's like when you seen the preview, you thought it was about something else, but on the deeper level, it was about talking about religion and what is the meaning of life and going deeper into it.
That's what's up. What other topics you got, bro?
I know the big U
I
is
can
coming
talk
out
about
at some point. We talking about the big U, the war in Ukraine.
The Ukraine war. I ain't been following as much, but I just know in Russia. I mean, what I have been following, have been seeing a lot is the Brittany Griner situation.
Yeah, what do y'all think of that?
It's
Brittany Griner.
I feel like she right now she was. I mean, they gonna keep her over there because of what's going on right now.
But somebody had asked the chief of police why they not giving her back to America, and they like it's a Russian crime.
Yeah,
and it's like okay,
that oil, that hashish oil.
And then
they extended her. Now they keeping her ass to December, to the end of the year.
Yeah, you got to be careful on other countries. Like in Singapore, for instance, with marijuana, like pretty much any drug you take over there is punishable by death. They say.
Yeah, I saw that.
In Singapore, like you got to be careful when you traveling abroad. Like in different countries, you got to know the rights as far as drugs and shit.
Mm-hmm. You got to know all the rights. If you go to Russia and like you're flamboyant gay, you can go to prison. If you are on a passport, they will hold you for 15 days for being gay in Russia and then deport you back to your country.
Yeah, that's real. Masculinity is taken seriously in other countries.
Oh yeah, they don't play that. They don't.
Masculinity is taken seriously in other countries, and that's. I ain't gonna get into all that.
I guess there's a lot of little murders out there. I guess there's a lot of P Valley going on out there in Russia.
He touched on.
He said P Valley.
Yeah,
he touched on P Valley. I don't know if y'all watch P Valley, but
I gotta get everybody. Y'all be I gotta get in tune. I ain't gonna cap.
Let me say this first. My bad. What you were saying?
No, I was time missing out, but go ahead.
Let me say this first. Everything we touched on so far, Roe versus Wade, recession, and we touched on politics and everything else, and religion. Y'all chime in on the comment section. Everybody viewing this podcast, y'all let us know what y'all think about the topics we touched on so far. Going into it, for everybody that watch P Valley, the main draw of the show, I mean, for straight men is the strippers in the show. Mainly Mercedes. If y'all look it up, y'all know why. If y'all look up Mercedes P Valley, y'all will know why. Mercedes and this season, Big Bone, if y'all know about this, it was like, it pretty much reminded me of like a Arnie's, like a early Arnie's and Red Diamond. It's red. It's like Red Diamond and Arnie put together. Like,
it's a good show, man.
I'm not familiar. What's Arnie's and Red Diamond?
For YouTube, they don't know what that is, bro.
Yeah, I don't either. Put me on.
They know. Hey, everybody in Chicago know.
You know.
Hey, Arnie's is
Chicago is a major city, and YouTube is a major platform. Somebody in Chicago, it's probably mostly Chicago viewers.
Arnie's ain't nothing but a legal whorehouse that got strippers.
It was back. It was back. I think it was back then. I don't know. Like
it's still right here.
Right now, they just changed the name.
Mogul said, "Yeah, I know for sure. It's still going. It's still going."
You said without Eric. You said without Eric Kellogg.
I heard. I drove past it.
They changed the name.
That's the first strip club I've been to when I was 19 years old. I went to Ernie's when I was, 19, and yeah, there was a lot going on, and it grew me up real fast. I grew up. I came out a grown man.
You said even without Eric Kellogg, you still going crazy. Right? Nights or whatever they call it.
He walked in barefaced and came out with a beard.
I came out with a gray beard. I had a gray beard since.
Said I'm a man now.
Yeah, but P Valley is it's a diverse show. It's got gays on there. It's got transgenders on there. It's got strippers on there. It's got it breaks down every aspect of a stripper life. Like from the stripper that's getting too old, from the new stripper, from the host, the stripper that whore around, from the stripper that got kids. If you want to know what a stripper really go through, you watch P Valley. But it's got a good storyline, but it's not for the weary. For the heterosexual.
Where is it set at? What city is it in?
It's a fictional city.
Okay.
No, it's in Mississippi.
It's a fictional city called Chucalissa, Mississippi.
No,
Chucalissa, Mississippi.
I think that's a real city, bro.
Chucalissa? I thought that was a fictional city. I ain't never heard of Chucalissa, Mississippi until P Valley.
Now, why you acting like we don't split the bill right now? Cut it out. I don't know.
Galarray,
cuz. But I know it's in Mississippi. Mississippi is a real,
Hey, if you're watching this and you're from Chucalissa, let us know in the comments.
Yeah. I ain't never heard of Chucalissa until Mississippi.
Maybe my granddaddy.
But I know it's in Mississippi.
He's from Iuka.
It's a fictional story or whatever. It's fake, but it's based off a play. But they just really breaking it down, and it's some real graphic shit in there, man. If we heterosexual men, and that stuff is like kind of hard to watch. I mean, it's just hard to watch. But they trying to be as diverse as possible with the gays, with the pride, with the straight. They trying to, they pleasing the straight and the gays, and to a certain extent. Because 1 minute you could be watching strippers on a pole, and you could be sitting right next to your significant other, and you could just be looking like with the blank stare like. Then the next scene, you could see two gay men having sex, and you could be like covering up your eyes. So but it's a good show though. It's on Stars, and that's it. P Valley.
Yeah, I gotta check it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you recommend you watch it with your significant other?
Yeah, you can watch it with your significant other. You just gotta keep your composure. You can't be.
You say put the pillow on your lap when the strippers come out.
You can't hit that Kevin Hart. Damn.
You gotta be
right.
Type of girl that like, damn, look at her. Like, yeah, I mean, it's mature.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, damn, big ass titties. I'm
But another thing,
she ain't gonna be there for the second episode with you, Snake.
But another thing about the show is that, man, I was surprised by is the music, man. The music,
the slaps.
The dude Jay Alphonse, man, he got some shit, bro. They played his song on Sirius XM the other day. That
I,
that what when I make it up out this bitch song. You remember that song?
yeah, that's on in my opinion, you know, I have to disagree with you respectfully. The music on the first season blows the music on the second season out the water. The music on the
Man,
first season,
you don't like no music.
incredible.
You
I'm
don't
just
like
saying,
no music.
I'm saying, I'm
You
saying, I like
don't.
the music on the.
But can we say that?
Mogul
Can we
sounded
say
like
that
me
just
over
yet?
there.
Because we so early into the first season. I don't know if we can say that just yet. Because
Okay. I mean,
let's wait till the end of the second season.
From what I heard, it was Chakaluka. How about that? From what I heard, it sounded like Chakaluka. Whatever the fuck.
But yeah,
Check
the
a leak.
MI crooked letter did go crazy, and the
But I
falling.
take that back. I take that back,
Falling
bro.
was the best song from the first season. That falling.
You got a great ear. You got a great ear for music, bro. I take it back. You got a great ear for music. I just, you know.
Thank you. And I got a shady ear, you know, especially when, you know, I was super deep into music. My ear could be a little biased sometimes, so I could.
You got a whole song on it on your last album.
Hey, can I change the subject for 3 seconds?
Go.
3 seconds.
Go ahead, Snake.
Hey, now how I review music, I get an artist 2 to 3 years type. Like I don't just hop right on. You know what I'm saying? So Lil Baby, The Baby, 42.
They gotta earn it with
Chopper. Yeah, like I don't just it's a new guy. They get about 3 years. I'm like, oh okay. So I guess I'm at my 3rd year with 42 Dub. Shorty sound like Eazy-E.
I'm not familiar with them.
Shorty
dope.
did something on what song he got? Oh, on this new French Montana, because French Montana just dropped the album. Shorty sound like Eazy-E.
Oh, word.
42
Dub,
bro. I was like,
no, bro. I don't think he sound like Eazy-E.
I know on that verse, I was like, yeah.
He got a distinctive voice. You know.
I ain't like him at first.
I still don't really care for 42.
Yeah, I mean, he had that one song with Future, you know, that was all I really liked, and that song with Lil Baby. But you say you give him 3 years. I just look at it like if I like your song, I like your song. If I don't, I don't. If it's okay, maybe something could grow on me. But you know, yeah, you definitely got to earn it to a certain extent. But if you come out with some hot shit, I'd be like, man, that shit hot. But that don't determine your whole career, because you got the rest of your career could be trash. Especially if you got the Solomon beats.
See, setting up, say less, right there.
Right. I really need to holler. I need to holler at Solomon. You know what I'm saying? And let me slide a couple slides.
Let's make it happen.
Great on that, you did.
Let's make it happen, Captain. You know the routine.
That's how I look at it too. Like if I like the song, I like it. If I don't, I don't.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Your next song might not be good, it might be, or whatever, you know.
Hey, MJK still beat Eminem, so whatever. Next subject.
He said MG.
Next subject, man. Here we go. Next subject.
I'm not about to start with you.
Tommy Gun Kelly.
You really want to take it there, huh?
Let's go. Let's
22 Kelly.
Right.
Real touch on man.
But you better respect Cleveland.
Everybody chime in to what they think about new artists and how they rate music, and also P Valley, what y'all think about the P Valley season so far. One of the biggest things, I got tired of seeing this shit on social media, and I watched the video. I got angry at first. The woman, the woman. Well, I walked y'all through it if y'all didn't see it. A woman put up a video. She was in her house. She said, my baby daddy coming to bring our son some food. She said, but he better bring all the kids food because I got 3 other kids.
You trying to make this a 6-hour show, man.
Then he pulled up and he only got food for his child. And she say, man, why you ain't bring food for all the kids? He like, them not my kids. Our son is just this. We got one son together. I brought him food. She grabbed the food and throw it. That shit got me so angry.
So I'm gonna say this on that. I'm gonna say this. He should have took his kid and took them down the street,
Yeah.
wherever, and sat with them and ate food with them and spent some time with them instead of just coming to drop the food off. And if he couldn't spend time with them to eat food with them, he could have saved it for a later date. It would have crushed all of this and it would have been done with. I feel it.
I'm saying
it's not his responsibility. It isn't. I agree.
No, I'm saying not to cut you off, but I'm saying he got to do that every time. What if he running late for work or something?
Then he got to pick another time to sit to give his kids some food.
That's what I'm saying. What's the man then?
Are we saying that his kid isn't eating unless he brings McDonald's?
I don't know.
Like, yeah, and I don't either. And that's what I'm saying. From what I gathered is that my man was just, giving his kids some food, not because he was hungry, just because he was doing something nice. That's cool. But you got to understand the situation you're in. And you can't treat the situation like the way you want it to be. You got to treat the situation like the way it is. And the situation is that your son has 4 brothers. They're 4 brothers. You may not be your kids, but that's your son's brothers. So for your son, you want to respect his brothers just because you love him. So pull him out of that situation. Because what happens is, what I see is he gonna put a bullseye on his son. Oh, you the one with the good dad. Fuck you. You got that good dad, man. Get out of here with that shit. You've now ostracized your son in that situation when you could just say, hey, let me come holler at you. Come over here. Let's go sit in the car and eat. Something as simple as that. I mean, don't bring, if you late for work, do lunch with your kid. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's ways around it.
I feel that she set him up. If that's the case, I don't feel that as a willingly of I'm bringing my shorty some food. She probably hit him, man, I ain't got no food over here. Then he hopped in and grabbed the food. You know what I'm saying? Either way it go.
It could be, I can see that.
If you look at it from that point, that's coming from her.
She was sitting with the camera like she knew what was about to go down.
And
I don't know if this is something he's been doing a lot. And she was like, all right, I'm going to catch him on camera next time. Or if she just was like, hey, get your son some food, and then I'm going to catch him when he come back. So, yeah, I feel it could go that way. I just say, put yourself in a situation where you ain't going to get caught. Because we've all dealt with a crazy ex, whether you got a kid by him or not. And if you got to deal with them, you can't just walk in there all willy-nilly like, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. Because she going to catch you, and she going to put you out there. So, figure out the way around it.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what? You know what I'm saying? I wanna tread lightly. No, I'm not gonna be political correct.
Right. He like, this go too close to home for you.
I'm not getting none of your kids shit. Look, we over it. It's over with between me and your kids, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I will bring my kid the food. Y'all do what y'all want to do. Like I said,
so you're just gonna drop it off and you just gonna walk out.
Or we can eat together. I can make time to eat with my kid, but if my kid needs some food, here you go. Now here's the thing. If I'm still fucking her, because she made a video saying they still was messing around.
She did.
If we still fucking around, this is what it's gonna be. I'm gonna be all the way honest and blunt with the woman and say, hey, I just want to get food. I'm just getting food for my eye kid. If you don't want to mess with me no more, so be it. But that's the way it's got to be. Or I'm not gonna be able to get food for all the kids all the time. I do it sometimes because we messing around. We messing around with benefits, fine. But it's unfair to the lady if I'm still fucking her. If I'm bringing the food for just one kid, then I'm gonna come back when I get off work at 11 o'clock and fuck her.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's a little different. Yeah,
he's still pipe. But if we ain't having sex and give me 1 second. We ain't having sex and we over. Hey, we could be done yesterday. The next day, if it's over, I'm only bringing food for my kid. I'm not responsible for your kids. They better get their daddies out of jail. They better get their daddies out the grave. They better get their daddies out of the fucking new family that they in to come take care of them and start paying some child support and taking advantage. I'm not paying shit.
That brings me back to the point. How will he just be bringing food for his shorty, whatever? Like his shorty eat at my bad. Like his shorty eat at a particular time, whatever, so he know not to. What you mean? In my situation, I personally talk about somebody else. When the kids with you, whatever, you feed them as long as you with you. You ain't finna have her pull up with no. She ain't finna pull up and drop no food off.
All right, reverse it.
I can have,
You might drop
Reverse
the
it.
link off.
Let's say, how would you feel if somebody else's, one of the other kids' dad brought food for their kid and your kid was hungry and didn't have no food? How would you feel?
And I know about it.
Yeah, you know about it. Your food,
Well,
your kid didn't get any food.
Guess what?
His brother did.
Guess what? I'm gonna make sure mine gets some. Somehow, some way, I'm gonna make sure mine gets
it's
some
gonna
food.
be a
Right.
competition. I'm rushing to rallies and or motherfucking Burger King,
Hey,
and that dad rushing to McDonald's. It's gonna be a fucking a goddamn competition. Cause I'm gonna
Hey.
we gonna make sure our kids.
Well,
get
let's-
it.
and Solomon Grudge, I think you coming at it from how shall I put this? Ain't no more of that out here no more, man. I'm sorry to say, it's sad. Don't nobody have the respect as far as respect your other brothers and all that. I would love to have that. Respect your siblings, brothers, and this and that. Society fucked
If
up,
I
man.
break
Ain't no
up with your
respect or
mom,
nothing,
I
bro.
break up with the kids. If you're not my biological kid, you're not getting shit. And guess what? If I'm on child support, the biological kid might not get shit either.
Well, she,
Yeah, that's
So it's not even a problem for you because you just ain't coming through.
I mean, I'm saying that for the dramatic.
Out there, I know. I'm messing with you.
she posted though.
Of
She
course,
posted.
I'm stirring the pot. I'm stirring the
Of course,
pot.
Yeah.
right. Of course, I'm gonna lock in with my kid, but guess what? You know, fuck it. Let's dig in a little deeper, a little personal. You know, my oldest mom. You know, it's all good. But one day, I dropped my son off, and she called me instantly, and she said, "Hey, can you go to McDonald's?" This is a real story. She said, "Can you go to McDonald's and get him a Happy Meal?" I had just dropped him off. I told her no. You know, because I felt like, you know, whatever her situation was, she should have been honest with me. Hey, I ain't got no, I'm kind of broke right now. My money getting a little low. Can you grab some so you have something to eat? She waited for me to drop him off to get another meal for him. And I told her ass no. Yes, I did. He already had ate with me earlier that day. It's on you now. I dropped him off. Now, if you got to be direct, because this is a once in a lifetime type of call, so you need to be all the way 100 with me and just say, hey, my money a little short. I want to make sure you got something to eat later. My food low, my link low, whatever. Can you grab us something? You have a real conversation with me. Then I can say, okay, you wait for me to leave, and then you call me to want to make that errand. I have somewhere to be. I guess my son didn't eat that night.
But you said you fed him before you even dropped him off, so he good.
Yeah,
Right?
that's why I'm being sarcastic.
Right,
Because he had already ate something, you know, when he was with me. So she was trying to get me to get another meal,
for
I
her.
guess for later or for, you know, for another time.
It could have been for her.
It could have been for her big
right.
ass. I'm sorry. It could have. It could have been for her little ass. You know what I'm saying? But
man, you woke up and chose violence this morning, nigga.
whoever, but this is a triggering topic because I'm not gonna call her when she dropped my son off and say, "Hey, can you go pick up a meal for my son? He's hungry. He said he's hungry." She told me as soon as he got in the crib, oh, he said he was hungry. He wasn't saying he was hungry because guess what? If he with daddy, he's saying, "Dad, I'm hungry. Oh, let me get you something. Let me make sure you eat." He wasn't hungry.
But what if you was still messing with her though?
She was hungry.
If I was still messing with her,
and she called you with that.
it depends on what time I had to be at work.
Mm-hmm. See, that changes stuff. And you found out dude was still messing with her. So when you told me that changed a lot for me.
But I'm not messing with her.
Facts.
You know
no, I get it.
And I ain't touched her. You know, so her pussy don't hold no stake. No type of stock in this co-parenting. Her pussy ain't no But if we was fucking, I would have went and got that Happy Meal for her ass, and she would have say, "Hey, can you grab me something to eat real quick?" And guess what? Hey,
you would have got a fish fillet.
Kevin Samuel said it best. They run the pussy. It is what it is. All right, here you go. But guess what? I ain't about to let your pussy run me. I don't give a fuck if we fucked last night. If I got something to do, the answer is no. And if you don't want to give me the pussy no more, you can stay your dead ass right up in your house and I get pussy from somewhere else, bitch.
Don't no woman run me.
No woman owns me though.
Yeah, there you go.
hey.
There it is. There it is. Don't no woman own me though.
We throwing in a flag. Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
So in conclusion, for me not to be long-winded, I'm not getting for no kid that's not biologically mine.
with the
Unless you
woman,
messing with the mom.
Unless I'm getting the pussy.
Right.
with the woman that did the video, she said she wasn't with dude no more. So like that just cleared him of any guilt.
But she said they mess around sometimes.
They still messing around, right?
They mess around sometimes. They still get down sometimes. So
I didn't hear that part on the video.
yeah. She just did a video today.
She put another one out. She put another
one out. And that's where I fault the guy, because you got to be direct with these women. You got to be yourself and say, hey, I'm only getting this for my son. If you don't want to mess around with me no more, so be it. But I'm letting you know right now, I don't give a fuck how much pussy you give me. I'm only getting food for, or if you're gonna make arrangements sometimes. But if you're really gonna be adamant about it, I'm only getting food for our child. And that's it. So if you want to close the sesame or open the sesame on your pussy, that's on you.
But you know what though?
My take on
Nah, but look though. On my fault. Can I get one more take?
Go ahead.
If you not around them other kids, I see your point, Mogul. But if you around them other kids and y'all fucking around, y'all not together, but y'all fucking around, but you're around them other kids, I see Solomon Grubb's point. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
I agree that they should not buy food for everybody's kids, but giving your kid that food right in front of them, I feel like sets all kinds of issues.
Yeah, it's plenty of ways to eat. Have your kid
right. That's why I just think
like
there's ways to handle it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, for real. Like if I got attachment to your kids or whatever, and I don't want my kid eating in their face because I still love all y'all. We all going through the breakup together. He's gonna go or she's gonna go to McDonald's or wherever with me. I'm gonna bring him back and I'm gonna tell him, just pretend like you're not full. Just tell your mom you're not hungry. Yeah, you know?
You stupid.
I like how he slowed it down with it.
My take on that
is the woman on me.
My take on that is I think she lying about them fucking around, because why she put out the first video that said they wouldn't fucking around. I feel like she put out that second video to say they still fucking around. It's to fix her image. Fix her image how she looked.
I heard the whole.
I didn't know she said they ain't want fucking around. Oh, she did. She said that one on the first video.
She's trying to save face. You know, fucking around or not, you know, hey, that's just.
I'm saying, when did she say they wasn't fucking around?
Yeah, she said that on the first video. She said they wasn't together. No, then he's saying on the second video she said they was fucking around. I think she put out.
No, it's a difference. Video. No. Being together is a difference from fucking around, nigga. Them two different subjects. Them two different.
Yeah, exactly. So why she had to put out the second video to say they was fucking around? Because she wanted some sympathy.
Because she said the
internet was tearing her ass up.
No, if you going off what you said, she said we not together in the first video.
Yeah, they ain't in a relationship no more, but she's still fucking them sometimes, you know.
But in the second video, we fuck around. I'm thinking she just was just giving that free AP out.
She get her link to her next boyfriend.
Yeah, she put that out to fix her image. She put that out to make people side with her more.
I feel for the dad, man. He got put out there, and if he probably got a girl, and then she said that she's still messing around. You know, he got put out there bad in so many ways, man. He's sitting out there holding McDonald's for his kid, just getting berated on camera.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie, man. You know, and it starts conversations like this, and it puts black men like us in a situation where you like, man, I just ain't gonna go through with no food because I ain't gonna get caught on no camera. Right.
Once you throw my food, you threw the high C orange and the burger on the ground, you can forget it. I ain't never bringing no food.
Man, that's a wrap.
I'm never bringing no food.
My kid is coming with me. We sitting in a kid's place. We eating there.
Yeah, I'm never bringing no food no more. So all y'all gonna be starving. Every last one of y'all until the 15th till you get the link. cause I ain't bringing no food no more. So you can send him in the car, let him go with me. We can sneak and eat. He come back. I ain't bringing no food no more.
Right, right.
Fuck all.
Real talk though. Real talk.
I feel for homie on that, man.
He was real poised. He was real calm.
Yeah, he was. Good for him, because if he didn't act a fool, you know, that would have justified everything she did and said. You know, he kept his composure, man. And I know that's hard. That's hard.
Got to drive off. He drove off on a goofy ass. He could have really went crazy on her for throwing that damn pop like that. That'd make somebody lose their temper. Shit.
Yeah.
Then
what city was that in? Did that
look like it was Chicago?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Was it?
Shit,
Might have been.
It better be, because I don't know no other city that don't target like that.
I ain't gonna lie, throwing some high C's at my J's, that would have been a problem right there.
Man, that was bad as hell. I could have took that high C and ate it later, man. Come on, man.
You'd have got my J's wet with sticky sugar.
It's sad because she gonna throw the baby food, so he can't eat either. Huh?
That's
right. You know,
that's how you know. That's how you know it was a hoax. Why you throw the food? That was a hoax.
He was mad, but you know, people do shit when they angry though. They don't be thinking about that shit when they get angry, because she really thinking in her mind like, if all of them ain't gonna eat, I'm not about to let him eat in their face. You know what I'm saying?
And you know, she had a buddy in the background amping her up the whole time before it even started.
Man, you know what they do behind the scenes when the dad ain't there. They get their kids pieces of they food and let the other kids play with their toys, and whatever the dad get them, the other kids be playing with it. You know, don't act like you don't know that's behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? My son and my girl's son, they don't got the same dad. They share toys, they share everything.
So look, I read the comment. My fault, just go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. That's all. What you
I read the comments. I read the comments on her second video, and people were saying, "Shorty, you got your fresh nails done. You got fresh hair. I mean, you got your hair done." You know what I'm saying? They saying
she had on a lot of damn makeup.
How they ain't got the whole crib got food type shit, and you got this.
That's a week of McDonald's on her nails.
The link came back in. You know, she got herself dolled up for that video because she know it was gonna go kind of viral again. And if she was like project and look bad and poor, they would have got on her then too. So she should have just kept it cool. You know, she should have kept it in the middle when she did the video, but she got dolled up. And see, that's the giveaway right there. Because the pedicure, manicure is almost $50. The wig is probably over, if not $50 or $30. And then, you know,
that's what I'm saying.
Them wigs be way more than that. That's probably at least $200.
And if she got a pedi and a medi, she probably spent like $80 on them nails, $90.
On that video though, I ain't gonna lie though. On that video, she ain't have her nails done. Her shit was looking.
Oh, she didn't?
She had a fat girl hand. It looked like a fat girl hand. On that video. I said, damn,
which video?
Up over there. On the video when she threw that motherfucker, she was having a bad hair day that day. She didn't show herself that day. She sounded like she woke up on the wrong side of the fucking air mattress.
that motherfucker ass peeked out in the middle of the night. Now your ass on the ground.
You said she had to hit that. She had to hit that switch overnight. Like,
look, any nigga that. Hey,
you said she got to wake up a few times through the night. I know, because I used to have to do that shit. The air mattress had to flip the switch in the middle of the night. To flip the switch to blow it back out when there was a hole in that motherfucker.
I know. Put a Band-Aid on it to stop it. But I'm gonna tell you right now, any nigga that pull up in the Monte Carlo is still fucking his baby mama.
That was a Monte Carlo?
Nigga had the money. He had the Monte Carlo.
Was that the one from the 90s or the 80s?
No, he had the one. He had the one like the 99 or 2000, one of them.
Oh, okay.
He said he had one. He had a late model Monte
Carlo.
Oh,
the SS.
He had the one before. He had the one before they changed the emblem to gold.
Yeah, the SS.
Okay.
Yeah. He had a dark royal blue Monte Carlo.
I gotta watch it again now. Man, you caught everything in there. You like, she got fat hands, she had no nails.
He said details.
He was over there like, nah, that ain't right.
That funny.
He got notes and bookmarks and Post-its.
Hell yeah. He got a fucking double
not on
with
that update video, nigga.
double with no onions because the son is allergic to onions.
You said you heard him. He said orange high C like 6 times.
Yep.
He said, damn, that shit look refreshing.
Right. He was mad about that.
He said that shit look refreshing.
I bet that came out of one of those freestyle machines that Galarray was talking about.
He said that was the peach lemonade.
Right. The Gorilla Grape from Menards.
Right. I would have threw her into the damn curb for that Gorilla Grape. If she had threw that Gorilla Grape on the ground.
You say she be hanging halfway off the fence.
I said that Gorilla Grape.
You threw my Gorilla Grape on the ground.
Hey, that Gorilla Grape. Hey, I might fight over that. Hey, okay,
right.
Ain't no, you might. You would have fought over that.
Hey, that shit crazy.
If there is only one thing I take from this podcast is that I'm going to Menards afterwards and get me some Gorilla Grape.
Hey, you ain't even got to go to Menards. You can go to Mariano's, Jewel, whatever.
Nah, I'm going to Menards. We cannot talk about this, and I got to get it from Menards. It ain't right. You're gonna see. You gonna watch. You're gonna see my story on Instagram. Solomon Grunge at Solomon Grunge. You're gonna see me over there like I got this Gorilla Grape.
They don't call it Gorilla no more. They don't call it Gorilla no more. It just say Grape because they had some issues calling it Gorilla Grape.
Right. Of course.
It just say plain grape now. It's grape.
What was wrong with grape soda being called Gorilla Grape? What's the problem?
It just say grape. It just say grape now.
They want to add the niggas to the shit. They always got to find a way to put niggas in there some type of way.
It's a gorilla. They gonna love it. Put a gorilla on there. They'll drink it up.
But I ain't gonna tell you, bro. That's the best pop I ever had in my life. And I don't even drink pop like
damn, man. You need to put a picture of this shit, man. Get sponsored for them.
You do. You put a link in the
bottom.
Put a link in this video when you post it, man.
What's the
Where to get it?
They had?
No, fuck them. I'm like, fuck them because they wanted to call it Gorilla Grape first.
Racist motherfucker.
That was crazy too.
I'm gonna go back to and see if they still got the. I don't even know if they still got the picture of the gorilla on this shit no more.
I bet it's on Google. Google that shit. I bet you find it.
Because at first they just took Gorilla Grape off and the picture of the gorilla was still on the on the thing. But I don't even know if they still got the gorilla on the.
Hey, you know that's you got to call this show the Gorilla Grape episode now, man.
Hell no. He'll love that.
YouTube gonna be like, and yeah.
No, fuck YouTube. I ain't selling out for views. Call it Gorilla Grape. We'll give you 1 million views. Fuck y'all.
Oh no, get the sponsor.
Man, I'm get that sponsor, man. I'll do a Gorilla Grape mixtape.
I ain't selling out for 1 million views for call it Gorilla Grape.
That shit go good with a 2-piece of the biscuit. Freestyle, man.
Right after you riding your bike. A Gorilla Grape and a 2-piece of the biscuit.
You say he trying to get a huffy. You say he just trying to get a huffy endorsement and shit.
Right. You got Huffy, Menards, and KFC endorsements, man. You rich.
I don't know nobody with a Huffy and KFC endorsement.
Yeah, those don't mix. You the one or the other. You're not both.
Shout out to Enjoy Your Frequency, goddamn.
There you go.
He said he say that's how you make fried chicken guilt free. You gotta eat it on the bike. You gotta eat it on the bike. While you ride that. Yeah, if you eat fried chicken while you eat the bike. If you eat fried chicken while you eat the bike, you make it guilt free.
Hey. The next video, you gotta be in the gym, bro. You literally gotta be in the gym and just do the next one. We looking forward to the impossible now.
You gotta be doing pull-ups with the guy rolls.
Right.
You gotta be hitting reps like,
You know what I'm gonna do?
He said eat fried
Eat a
chicken
gyro
like
eat a gyro at the gym.
he said eat a gyro at the gym.
I'm gonna be at the gym eating a gyro in front of everybody.
He doing leg work by laying down eating the gyro.
Right. He's just gonna be sitting on the bench looking at people work out.
Treadmill, looking at everybody like
right. Walking at like
Gotta show that.
0.1.
Gotta show that six pack.
He gonna
nigga.
be 4. He gonna be
23.
Peter.
Gotta show the six pack.
I got 2 Peters.
Right. The only 6-pack he gonna have is a freestyle of peach soda.
that's a Gorilla Pop 6-pack.
Gorilla Grape.
Six-pack.
It came back around.
Yeah.
I need to find out which motherfucker originally called that shit Gorilla Grape. Cause y'all had me drinking that shit.
Fire as hell.
That was good. I needed that laugh. Thank you, brothers.
What else you got? You got anything else, Al?
Man, happy 2-year celebration.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Happy anniversary.
It's
a milestone.
Definitely. Content creating is fun. It's exciting. It's a lot of things. Man. It's good to be able to have a voice. Hopefully, Facebook don't keep trying to get motherfuckers in Facebook jail for saying fried and whooping and all kind of.
What happened?
Fried.
I went to Facebook jail for saying fry. I'm like, I'm gonna fry your ass. I went to Facebook jail saying, oh man, he need a whooping. Man, they put me in jail for 30 days for that shit, man.
Really?
Can't even say nothing. You can't say nothing on Facebook no
Say
more.
whooping, huh?
Nope.
Wow.
That's why it's good. Facebook stock dropped $100 in one day, like because it's like that. Like motherfucker, y'all tweaking. It used to be about freedom of speech.
Right.
It's gonna be a new social media that let you do anything you want. They're gonna have no holds bar. You might have to pay, but I don't know. But they need to bring one out to let people do what they want to do.
And Trump got one. It's called the Truth Social or whatever.
Yeah, I heard about it. It's a lot of people moving over to that. If you can say what the hell you want, it probably is. But it's like Facebook didn't change so much. In 2013, I went in on the Markham Police Department for impounding my car. I would for the shit I said on that one post, I would have been banned from Facebook from life today.
Right.
Like Facebook is today.
Did they respond to you?
They would have banned me for life for saying the shit I said back then. And that
Did they respond to you back? The Markham Police?
They didn't. But I said, but the shit that if I had said that shit today, they would have banned me for life on Facebook. I said like the shit I wanted to do to the whole police department in that one post.
You hit somebody's watch list.
They would have banned me for life. That shit was like some Saw movie shit. I said I was gonna do the
They way too strict, man. They too strict. You know, I done went to jail 3 times since I got back on Facebook.
He said since he got back.
Who did you say you were gonna fry?
Well, me and my cousin was kind of like just gunning on each other, roasting each other. And I was like, man, I'm gonna fry your ass. And it was like, oh, and then I went to jail. Then I went to jail the second time for saying fry again. I'm like, damn. And then I went to jail this one time, this car dealership, they gave me and my girl bad service. So I said, I'm gonna burn the whole car dealership down with everybody in it. And I went to jail for another thing.
That one is a little, you know.
Yeah, that one might be a little bit. That's
the only one I deserve to go to jail for. That's
the only one. I said I was going to burn down a whole franchise with everybody in it. I'll take it.
Yeah, I take
He'll repeat offender. He'll repeat offender.
Right.
They so strict, bro. But that's the only one I should have went to jail for. And then I should have
they had a Facebook ankle monitor and shit.
Got a face.
He said Zuckerberg got him in.
Right.
He can't get back in.
A meta ankle.
He said meta ankle.
That's a good one, Solomon. That's a good one. That's a good one. I'll be scared now. Now you gotta type your words in a different way. You gotta space them out and add different letters and find different ways to spell the word. You know,
man, I can't believe they got you with fry.
Yeah, they got me with fry twice.
They be spelling sex like S3X and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I said the little boy need a whooping because he was talking stuff, and so they got me. They got me.
Like
Man.
shink shink.
I ain't never been banned from Facebook. Like, what did they send you a message or did they let you know? Like, well,
Yeah,
like,
you get a
oops,
message,
you've
right?
been a bad boy. Like, what the fuck?
The
Man,
What's Happening theme song comes on.
Oh yeah, technical
They
difficulties.
ask you if you want to appeal. If you want to appeal it, if you hit appeal, they'll look at it. You gotta wait, and then 9 times out of 10, they're not gonna appeal it. They gonna put you in jail, and then every time you try to like something, they tell you how long you got left until you get out of Facebook jail.
Did
Now,
you
I
try
have-
appealing yours?
I tried to appeal one the whooping one. I'm like, I ain't mean no harm with that. They say you can't. That's a part of that's against their guidelines.
They were like, boo, nope.
Nope, can't like nothing, can't do nothing. Only thing you can do is talk to people in your messenger, but you can't be on Facebook. So
Are you
fake
still
it.
banned now?
No, I just got out a couple weeks ago. I was fresh out.
He said first day. He said
He
first
walking
day.
around with
man.
flip flops and socks on,
made-
talking about I'm fresh
Hey
out.
man, we can't keep.
He made a
We
video.
giving Facebook too much damn power, man.
He made a video like fuck you, Facebook first day out.
Right.
Yeah.
You
That
see
nigga
him
like-
walking around the house like he coming out the gate. I'm done. I'm out. I'm free.
Can't even
Man.
say that. You can't even say that on there. They'll put your ass back in jail.
That nigga
The
came
meta
out.
ankle,
he
shink
post-
shink.
Instagram is a lot better. Instagram, if you say something, they'll give you a warning, and they'll say, "Oh, that's not feasible for our site," and they'll let you still rock out. But if you do it again, like back to back, try to say it again, then they'll put you in jail. But they give you a warning the first time because you don't know what you. I think Facebook should give you a warning too.
Yeah, they not. They on bullshit.
Yeah, man. What else you got, Alex?
Oh shit.
With that, man, I want to thank everybody for man, being a part of the podcast, being a part of Galarray over the last 2 years. That's major. Like, and man, I want to for everybody that's been viewing, thank y'all. Like it'll be no platform without y'all watching and liking and sharing the video.
Oh.
Y'all definitely are the most important part of this network as it continues to grow. And I appreciate everybody being a part of it. I appreciate the Mogul, Snake the Great, Solomon. I appreciate SCA. I appreciate Ruger. I appreciate KO.
LAZ.
Yeah, I appreciate Lazy. I appreciate my guy Charles, SCA cousin. I appreciate him for doing that episode. I appreciate everybody that's been a part of it. I think that's I appreciate Rail. Let me not forget Rail. Rail that did a video with it.
I think not to cut your speech off, I think the next season you should have some women on here, man.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That'd be a good voice to have on some of these conversations.
And it's crazy
man.
because I just talked to my cousin that live in Mississippi about doing she want to jump into the YouTube community. But she said she been doing like some clubhouse type stuff, doing content. So me and her
I would have loved to hear a woman's voice when we was talking about that Roe and Wade. That would have been dope.
Oh yeah, it's definitely I want to throw my girl on here because she got a lot of strong opinions about stuff. So that's gonna be coming up. Like
nice.
It's gonna happen. It's definitely gonna be more diverse going forward.
That'll be dope,
Women
bro.
have his opinions on stuff.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
Man, happy 2-year anniversary, bro.
Oh yeah, appreciate
Congrats, fam. Congrats. That's huge.
Appreciate y'all. It's continue to grow. Continue to build up and create and anybody that wanna have a show or any type of podcast on this platform is welcome. It's a network.
That's what's up.
That was dope.
Yeah, man.
Corporation.
Yeah.
Yes, it's social. It's a media company like that. That's what it
That's what's up, man.
All right.
Well, thanks for
CBS, we
giving
coming
us-
for your ass.
is.
ABC, we coming for your ass.
Definitely coming for you.
Well, respect. Thank you for giving us a way to speak out, have some good times, talk about the music, talk about life, man. It's always been a pleasure coming on the show, man. Much respect.
Yo, when you and True D dropping, bro? Where the plug at?
Man, we just had that. We had a big call yesterday talking about that album, man. You know, True was trying to get it out quick. I said, we can't do it quick. We got to do it right. It's going to be good, though. It's going to be real good. He got one more song he wrapping up, and it's, woo. I'm telling you, this album, True Indeed and I are working on, killer.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's up?
Shit crazy, bro. Shit crazy. Crime related on there, right?
Oh, yeah. Mogul's on there. I hear. You want two songs.
Hey,
Don't
man.
no woman hold me, though. It's my favorite shit.
Looking out for it. I can't wait. You know, even if I wasn't a part of it, it's still dope. I'm still gonna support it. Yeah, man. Galarray.
Galarray.
Bro, you did it, bro.
He did that too. Dose.
But definitely, it's continue to build. Just keep it going. To all the viewers, we appreciate you chiming in the comments for whatever your opinion is on any of the topics we talked about. And definitely, you know how we do, do something freaky to that like and subscribe button and comment down below. This has been the Galarray 2-year special. Everybody in here been lit tonight. I'm pretty sure everybody been sipping on something tonight. It's a celebration, bitches.
I'm finna go get me some high C orange. That's what y'all talking about.
Gorilla Great.
Right. Let's give a shout out to High C Orange. She disrespected the hell out of that. High C Orange from McDonald's is a staple. Is a staple
you ain't
in
lying.
the community.
You ain't lying.
She threw High C Orange on the ground from McDonald's. Like,
that's the only
respect
that don't give you diabetes.
Yeah, everybody go get you some High C Orange this weekend.
Right.
Y'all be safe. Y'all be safe on the 4th. Y'all stay safe and man, definitely enjoy yourselves this weekend.
Appreciate it, man.
Until next
All right,
time,
man. Y'all be good.
Until next time, YouTube. Y'all take it easy.